This is to continued. Is a getting started checklist. I'm going to give you some suggestions in your getting started checklist. In your company, you need to come up with your own. Every company's a little bit different. Everybody's got a little bit different system, a little bit different process. But a getting started checklist, I'll give you some suggestions. Number one is your initial package. Your initial entry point, your initial way that you can join. If there's more than one way that you can, how many people here have more than one way that you can join? How many people have only one way? Okay, if you have only one way, then of course join that way. If you have multiple ways, I'm going to explain to Al, listen, we're going to assume success in your business, right? Is that okay?
Perfect.
All right, let's assume success. And if we're going to assume success, what's going to be the most beneficial to your business, if we're assuming success, is that you come in at the highest package. Not for my self-interest, not for anything else, but let me tell you why it's most important you come in at the highest. People are going to do what you do. You're only going to have one story for the rest of your career, and you want to be able to tell them that you did this. And the company put this package together for a reason. They put it together for leaders. They put it together for people like you that want to be able to succeed. You understand what I'm saying?
I do.
All right. So when you're making this decision of how you're going to join, if you've already joined at the lower level, let's get you upgraded. If you haven't joined yet and we're just doing that now, let's make sure that we do it at the highest level. Let's let people know for the rest of your career, I came, I looked, I saw, I picked the highest because I assumed success, and I encourage you to do the same thing. That make sense?
It does.
All right. So really important, ripple that 5 years down, and you'll see what happens from that conversation. Take a few minutes. Some of you, because of your own inferiority complex, automatically go to the lowest. Oh, you can just do the lowest, do the minimum, do the least. You know, you can do almost nothing. I'll do everything for you. I mean, it's just like you keep going with this. Posture. What does my posture feel like in this process helping Al get started? Strong? Pushy? Friendly? Acting like a consultant? Acting like a friend? A guide? So all I am is somebody who's a little bit farther down the road than you, Al. And all I'm doing is showing you the best way to be able to get where I am faster than you would without these tips. Okay, so we talk about the initial package. Then we talk about the monthly commitment. You have some choices of what you can do on a monthly basis, right? As far as your commitment monthly. One is just to qualify. And that's what minimum people do. And I don't see a lot of people having a lot of success with minimum disease. You know, they just don't. So let's set a monthly commitment as far that matches your aspirations as far as what you want to build in a business. Let's set it around that. If there's lots of products and services to use, let's at least get you on as many of those products and services that make sense, just for the story, just for you to be able to see what you like, see what you're going to do. You decide what you're going to do long term. But in the meantime, you got to build a story around all these different products and services as much as possible. We want you, if it's a product that you can consume or something, we want you to be using it publicly, right? If it's a service, we want you to be documenting what happens with that service. But make sure the monthly commitment is connected to your goals. Let's not have minimum disease. That's not what we do inside of this group. Let's amp it up. Let's make it happen. Make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Boy, are you going to get started, Al. This is going to be amazing. So that monthly commitment, and then also tools. Are there any tools or systems that are involved in your company that people can use and do use in order to be able to improve their chances of success? Yes? If there are, then it's your responsibility to make sure Al's either connected to them or has them physically in his possession. Or signed up for whatever service that provides whatever. Make sure that he's connected. He knows where to get questions answered. He knows where to call if there's a problem. He knows, because our goal is independence, right? We want to have him become independent from us, which means he's not calling us for every last little thing. We want to teach him how to be resourceful and answer these questions on his own. Okay, next. I want you to become a raving fan, Al. I have a friend of mine who was the CEO of Pepsi Bottling Company in Minneapolis. And so he's Mr. Pepsi. Mr. Pepsi. You go to his house, you don't bring a Coke. He is Mr. Every Pepsi product there is, everywhere he goes, every restaurant he goes to, he eventually converts them to Pepsi. I mean, he's Mr. Superfan, Pepsi, 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 Pepsi. He moved to Dallas, Texas. He's now CEO of Dr. Pepper worldwide. Guess what? He's Mr. Dr. Pepper now, baby. Dr. Pepper and every related product there is. What I'm going to ask of you is be a raving fan. Be obvious that you're a raving fan of your product or service. And how do you do that? By using the product, by getting your stories, by telling your stories, leading by example, it's going to build your belief too, Al. Every time you take and using this product, it's going to build your belief. So I need you to become #1 raving fan, because we're going to build an army of raving fans inside of your team, right? And to have an army of raving fans, you've got to be chief raving fan. Okay?
I love it.
Can you accept that role?
Oh, yeah.
All right, fantastic. Starting today, you're going to be the biggest raving fan. We'll have a competition between you and me. Let's see who can be more of an obvious raving fan. So many of you, if it was illegal for you to take your product and use your product, and you were accused and brought into court, it would be hard to convict you. No proof at all. There's any photos of taking the products? Nope. So, raving fan. Then there's something called the foundation rank. And I say this generically in this training, but inside of your company, there's a rank. A distributor is like a grain of sand. A foundation rank is like a brick that you can build a building with. Foundation rank is a rank that can be achieved with a significant effort, part-time, 30 to 60 days. It's something that has some structure to it. You gotta have some structure to it. You can't just get there signing up one person. You gotta have a little bit of structure. It's something that you can use to go all the way to the top in the compensation plan, that rank. Go all the way to the top, okay? And typically a person makes $300, $400, $500 a month, something like that once they get to that rank and they're active. So, I would work with you and I would say, hey, in our company, Al, here is the foundation rank. I don't need you to worry about all the rest of the compensation plan. We're gonna focus on going all the way to the top, but for our purposes right now, our goal is to help you get to this foundation rank as quickly as possible. That's my only mission, is to help you get to that foundation rank as quickly as possible, if you're willing. You're gonna have to do the work. I'll be a resource, but you're gonna have to do the work, and I can map that out for you. I map out that foundation rank plan, and what do you think? Is that a good goal to be able to get that done in the next 30 to 60 days?
Yeah, it sounds like a perfect goal.
All right, fantastic. Let's map that out. So have the conversation about foundation rank right away with a brand new person, okay? Now understand, Al might have just joined just as a lark. I just want to use the product, whatever. My friends are involved, so I'll just do it just for fun. My sister's doing it, so I'll try it. But in this conversation, he's going, there's more of a business here than I even thought. There's actually a structure here. There's a plan. Just through the conversation alone. He's not going to tell you that, but in his mind, every single question I ask, he's getting a little bit more serious. He's getting a little bit more focused. He's getting a little bit more connected. Every single question I ask. So the foundation rank is next. next, we'll talk for just a second about time and task management. It's really hard to manage time, but we can manage tasks. And let me tell you, on our way to getting you to that foundation rank, we're going to need to set up some appointments. And let's say the foundation rank takes 6 people to sign up, something like that, inside of your structure. That means you're going to need to have something like, depending on your level of influence, at a maximum, like 60 people we need to talk to in order to get 6, or less, depending on how influential you are with your people. And I'll help. You set up the presentations, I'll come help you, okay? Or if it's long distance, set them up and we'll talk on Skype or 3-way call or whatever we happen to do. But what I want you to do is, and what I ask you is, how many hours do you think realistically you're going to be able to commit to growing your business part-time?
Part-time, I think I can commit 10 to 20.
10 to 20 hours a week, okay. And then I would sit down and say, which of the hours that you think we can carve out and when is it going to be? And we go back and forth. I can give you this part on Saturday, this on Thursday, this on Tuesday. This one I'm not quite sure, but we kind of map it out, 10 to 20, okay? Now I've got a working partner now. He's got these hours, he's got this goal, right? He's got this mindset. I can work with this. And if I show you how to make some invitations and get this thing going and start setting some appointments, are you willing to start filling up that calendar?
Yeah, we can do it right now.
All right, fantastic. We can do it right now. Time and task management. Talk about that for a little bit. And then, your story. And I'll do this with Al right now. This is what I would do. I would literally take the time with the brand new person and help them build their story. Because, listen, Al, one of the most important tools, this sounds strange coming from your other business probably, but one of the most important tools in this business is you telling your story. Sounds weird, right?
A little different.
A little different. So, what's your background?
Air Force.
Air Force. All right, fantastic. So, being in the Air Force, is there anything that you didn't like about it? I mean, after the Air Force, have you done anything else, or are you still in the Air Force?
Yeah, I worked for a corporation for a while, then didn't do network marketing.
Okay, prior to network marketing, what did you do?
Worked for a government corporation.
Government corporation, doing what?
Logistics management.
Logistics management. Okay, so your background would be, I come out of the Air Force and then I moved into logistics management for this company.
Yes.
Yes?
That's correct.
All right. Tell me some things that you didn't like about the work.
The time restrictions.
What about the time restrictions?
Just being away from the house and being away from our kids.
Being away from the house, being away from the kids. Mm-hmm. What else?
Being dictated what time I have to start.
Being told what to do. What else? Were you paid what you're worth?
I'm not sure on that one.
Well, what do you think?
I would say no.
No. Were you recognized and appreciated?
Definitely not.
Definitely not. Did you have to deal with politics?
Too much.
Lots of politics. Did you have total job security? Could you say I'm going to be able to work there for forever if I want to?
No, that's why I'm not working there.
That's why you're not working there. There wasn't job security.
There was not.
Right. So we could work on the list a little bit, but here's what I will tell you. My name is Al. Hi, my name is Al. I came out of the Air Force and I went to work for logistics in this company. Is it logistics?
Yes.
Yeah, I worked in logistics in this company and boy, did I get a wake-up call. I had no idea how much politics, how much job insecurity, how much I was underappreciated and underpaid and dictated and told what to do. Yes, I was taking care of my family, but it certainly wasn't feeding my soul. It wasn't what I was put on this earth to do. That's part 2, right? Part 1 is your story. Part 2 is what you didn't like about it. Okay? So I just told you the first 2 parts. Was I accurate or
yeah.
Pretty accurate?
Very.
Now, you can do it in your own words, and I'm going to have you do it in your own words, and that's fine. Third thing is you found a solution. I found something where I could take the skills and talents that I had and my hopes and dreams, and I could apply them into a business that would reward me instead of punish me for my ambition. I found something. I found something that I could get excited about. I found a product I believed in. I found a company that would believe in me. It's amazing. That's part 3. You found a solution. And part 4, how you feel about the future. So how do you feel about the future?
The future looks good
Why?
because unlimited potential.
Elaborate.
Meanings that, like, I have the time freedom. I have the.
You have it, or you're working to have it.
Well, we already have the time freedom.
Yeah. So you have the time freedom now.
Yes.
And what else do you enjoy about what it is that you're doing?
Well, it allows us to travel.
Allows us to travel.
Allows us to homeschool all the 8 kids.
Homeschool your 8 kids?
Yes.
Oh, wow. I thought you were brother or sister, no? Oh, I thought you were brother or sister. You're the smart one.
We have 8 kids.
Oh. Yeah, things were getting weird there for a second. I didn't know. You're like, okay, whatever floats your boat. That's part of the story you might want to leave out. So, when it comes to the rest of your future, being able to work with your wife, what's that like?
Well, seeing as we have been doing that, it's been a blast.
It's been a blast, yeah. How do you feel about being able to help people with your product or service?
It's very rewarding, very fulfilling.
Super rewarding. How do you feel about being able to help other people with a business and show them how they can get involved in a business for themselves?
That's what we love about it. That's why we continue doing it.
That's why you continue doing it. Yeah. That's why you're here. Yeah. So here's the thing. You put all that together, and then I would role play with Al a little bit, and I would have him tell me his story. You see how I had to coax him a little bit to get it out? Come on, Al. The more you are willing to be vulnerable and authentic and real with a prospect, the better results you're going to get. So if you come in and just say, here's my background, here's what I didn't like about it, the more honest you are and authentic you are, the better. Here's what I found a solution, and here's how I feel about the future. You do those 4 things. Before every time you sit down with somebody, you do those 4 things. When you have a little meeting at your house, you do those 4 things. When you talk to a brand new team member, and you're going to build real rapport. You're going to get incredible results. People are going to lean in. They're going to want to know more. If you don't do that, you're going to get much, much lower results and much more resistance. Okay? So that's my goal, is to teach you how to do that. So would it be helpful if your sponsor sat down with you and helped you craft your story just for a couple minutes? 5 minutes? And then tell me a couple times? All right. Let's try it. Tell me a couple times? All right. You feel better? All right. Go tell it to your spouse. Go tell it to your kids. Go tell it to a few people. Practice a couple times. And then tell me, call me back and tell me your story one more time so I can hear, how it's evolved. Keep it short. Keep it tight. Keep it on point. Right? So the story, it's a big deal. Big deal. I got to teach him how to do that because guess what? As he goes out and gets started, his story is his best defense. His story is his number 1 tool. So story. Next. Al, we need to come up with a game plan to help you get your first customers as quickly as possible. Help you get your first customers as quickly as possible. So here's what we need to do. Let's make a list right now, 5 or 10 people that absolutely are the easiest possible people we can think of to just get as customers. All I want to do is just get you off the mark. I want to just get you a little bit of results. Why? Because if I help him get customers, is that going to help him get over the line? If I help him learn how to tell his story, is that going to move him over the line? Yeah. So if I can get some customers now, we're going to focus on easy. We're going to focus on simple. We're going to focus on obvious. What's the lowest hanging fruit in your life, Al, when it comes to a potential customer? Let's start there. Okay? Let's start there. And I would come up with a game plan to be able to do that. And maybe even right then, have him send some text messages out to some people And some of the people he can send a text message out to, all he needs to say is, hey, listen, I've just started a new business. It's got an amazing product. I need 10 people that I know and trust to be my customer for 1 month and give me their feedback. Costs $80, costs $50. What does it cost to be a customer for a month with you?
To get 160.
$160. Costs $160. I need my friends to go through that experience with me. If they use it, and if you like it, and you want to get some more, I'll show you how to get some more. That's fantastic. If you don't, just give me the feedback. I won't bother you about it again. Your support would mean the world to me. Will you be my customer? Okay? So you can do that direct if you want to. Depends on if you have influence with them. But it's better if you sit down, you send a text message, you sit down with somebody and say, hey, over coffee, the same thing that I just said. Would you be my customer? Mean the world to me. Go to that hot market, go to those friends and family, and just say, hey, be my customer. I'd be yours. Right? All the people that you're customers of theirs right now, tell them that you're expecting that they're going to be a customer of yours right now, at least for a month. That's fair. Try it out, give you some feedback, okay? My goal is to help you get your first customers. And then let's talk about your first distributors. Your first distributors. Same focus here. Simple, easy. We're not focusing on the empire right now. All I want to do with this process, this conversation that we're having, is let you understand what you're about to engage in. That it's going to be some work and it's going to take some time, but it's worth it. That we're going to get you started in the most effective way, give you the best possible chance for success. My goal is to help you get some customers and get some distributors, just so you experience the process, just so you feel what it's like. Those might not be the pillars that end up being the huge part of your business, but at least you're going to understand what this is all about. I want you to get a check. I want you to get some income. I want you to make some money, okay? Because I know once they get a check, that's one of the biggest over-the-line moments in a person's career, that first check. Here's the numbers. Here's the proof. The proof of that. Sign up month plus 6 months. $0 in commissions. 20% of those people are active after that period of time. That's the real numbers. Sign up month plus 6 months, $1 or more. One single dollar. Active percentage, 70%. So I got to move Al over the line. If I can get him make $100, $200, $300, I got him for a long time. But if I can get $1, I buy myself time. I buy myself time. Here's what we do in our business. We bring people in and we try and keep them another 3 months, another 6 months, another year, until it finally clicks, the penny drops. We get them in, they're a raving fan. That buys us some time. They love the product. They get a customer, buys us a little bit more time. We get a distributor, buys us a little more time. They rank advance, buys us a little more time. You're either moving up or you're moving out. I got to move them until I don't have to worry about the line anymore, because the penny drops and they become permanent. Until then, they're temporary. That's my job. You want to get duplication? Engage in what I just described. Push, 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 push. Get them over the line. And then once they're over the line, keep them over the line. Get them to the next convention. That'll keep them over there. Get them to try the new product. That'll keep them over there. Get them to engage in a campaign, win a contest. That'll keep them over there. Right? But if they don't rank advance after a long period of time, they're sitting over there, are they moving back? They're moving this way hard. They're sitting at that same rank, making $200 a month for the last 3 years. Your job is to inspire them and move them back. Use your creativity and your leadership in order to be able to make it happen. Okay. Back to getting people started effectively. What's another thing that we can do? Company convention. We got our getting started checklist. We got our first customers, or we got our first distributors, getting them to that company convention. Such a big deal. Remember the first convention you went to, first company convention you went to? What an eye-opener. What a vision expander. What a mind blower. It's like, oh my gosh, I can do this. So much social proof to be able to do it. Company conventions are huge if I'm really interested in a person's success. So let's talk about back to over the line. If I validate their decision, that moves them, doesn't it? If I set proper expectations, if I go through a getting started checklist, if I get them some customers, not get them, but encourage them to get theirs. If they get some distributors, if they earn a check, if they rank advance, if they hit the foundation rank, if they attend the event, if they build some relationships, right? If they proclaim themselves, if they go tell the world, all of these things, little things. If you help them do this, you're going to move them over there. Just know that the natural order, this is how it is. It's gravity. Think about gravity. When a person joins, gravity is down here, they quit. That's the natural order of things. Until a leader shows up. A person's uninspired until a leader shows up. A person's uninspired until a person who's prepared shows up. A person is uninspired until a person with a strong vision shows up. And you could be those people. You could be the person with the vision. You could be the person who can inspire. You could be the person with the plan. You can be the woman with the plan. You could be the man with the plan. Hey, I got this. I got this. I got the roadmap. I got the treasure map. Follow me. We got it. Follow the little dotted line. It's right over there. Good decision. Follow me. Well done. Follow me. Sometimes people won't do some of these things on their own, so I'll do it for them. They won't proclaim themselves, so I'll out them. Meet Al. Let me tell you Al's story. Al's going all the way to the top. Here's a picture of Al. I put it up on Facebook. He just joined XYZ company. He's going to the top. It's going to be amazing. He set a goal to hit this rank within the next 60 days. Let's all encourage Al. Tag. Hashtag let's cheer for Al. Get that trending in your company. What would I do if I did that? Would that be a gift? Yep. I'll go, all right, why not? And he'll share my post. Yep, I'm doing it. Wish you would have picked a different picture, but I'm doing it. So, This over-the-line thing is vital. And I gave you some pretty simple examples in order to be able to do it. So, if I'm kind of recapping what we covered so far, 1, lead by example. You want to have duplication. 2, getting started process, which I just went over. And you're going to find it in this course, you're going to find a template for you to be able to create your getting started process. If you don't have one in your company, you can kind of fill in the blanks of what I just went through. You can add or subtract, make something on your own for your own company. How many are going to agree that from now on, you're going to have a specific, rigid getting started process with you and your team? Yes? All right, fantastic. So the getting started process is going to be solid.